Greetings, students. All right, so you finished our second documentary for the week. I thought it was really well done. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed is probably not the right word for this topic, but you know what I mean. All right, so now we are moving into our primary source document for the week. So we started with our secondary source, which this week are our documentaries, to give us some explanations so that we can take those understandings into our primary source documents and learn more about them. So, what are we reading this week? Well, we are reading an excerpt from the book of this gentleman named Mr. Equiano. Now, Mr. Equiano was captured in Africa as a young man with his sister. He was traded a bit within Africa, which happened, it was fairly common, before being placed on a ship which went to the Caribbean, where he was not sold. He was actually sold up in Virginia. He worked on a number of boats, I believe, ships, for a while, until he eventually kind of got to make some friends that were Europeans. Eventually, he was sponsored over to a European university, I think somewhere in Germany, which is where he wrote his book, The True and Interesting Narrative of the Life of Mr. Olaudah Equiano. So, in Mr. Equiano's autobiography, he talks about his entire life. It starts in Africa, it goes the whole way through. We have so few of these. So few of these. This is one of the most famous. He's actually possibly the most famous one. So it's kind of interesting that this is the one that I've chosen for you guys to read this week. But there's a reason for this, right? For the most part, these people either died or worked the rest of their lives in terrible conditions. They were not given the tools to write their own autobiographies, nor were they encouraged to do so. So the fact that we have one, we get really excited about it. That's the kind of thing that historians get really excited about, because there's so much information in here that we wouldn't have been able to get any other way. So go ahead and read this. It's about 11 pages long. It's not super long, guys. It's all you're reading for the whole week. But since it's from the 18th century, it's a little harder than the average thing to read. It's not super bad. It's really not. It's interesting. I'm not making you guys read the whole book or anything. So go ahead and read those 11 pages, and then we're going to go ahead and have a discussion about, as we have in previous weeks, how you would try to preserve your sense of dignity, how you would try to preserve anything, really, your autonomy, your sense of self, any of those things, particularly in the face of all of this horrific tragedy, right? All of this scary. So go ahead and read that, and then when you're done, come back and we'll do your quiz and your discussion post, and you'll be done for the week. Yay! All right, enjoy, guys.